right now at 7.
When I look around, Bosa's got 15 cameras. There's only one here.
Why does the rookie get all the attention in Miami when another 49er leads the team in sacks? Plus, is Jimmy G a bad texter?
And I'll look at my phone, say, all right, I'll text you in 2 minutes, put it down, and then the next day comes and I'm like, damn.
Keeps everybody sort of on edge, doors locked, blind shut.
The new clue that has investigators one step closer to solving the murder of a Bay Area tech exec.
Kidnapping them and killing them right here in our community is hard to imagine.
Plus, after a bombshell corruption arrest, the San Francisco Public Works Department could be just hours away from sweeping changes.
This could actually go a lot further than only him and only the people who are named.
The caught-on-camera attack in the East Bay. The victim thrown over in his wheelchair.
And the new consequences for taking a wrong turn down one of San Francisco's busiest streets.
It's a $238 ticket and a point against your license.
Well, the 49er faithful invading South Florida tonight, right now on the KPIX 5 News at 7 and streaming on CBS and Bay Area. Good evening. I'm Ken Bastida.
And I'm Elizabeth Cook. Fans have been flocking to the Super Bowl site in droves and hitting the hot spots like Miami's famed Ocean Drive. Tonight, there is no shortage of confidence.
The Niners are really good. I believed in them. They're so good. Garoppolo, Nick Bosa, they're all going to do good today.
You know how it is when you're a California boy and you bleed that gold and red, and if you look around, it ain't nothing but 49er fans around here.
Won some Super Bowls here, so we're just going to add another one to it and get number 6.
All right, let's head out.
I just ran into a Kansas City fan here. You guys are going down on Sunday.
Yes, sir. Go Patrick Mahomes.
No, I tell you what, Pat Mahomes is in trouble if the 49ers pass rush gets to him. Nick Bosa, D. Ford.
Yeah.
You know the...
Nick Bosa's from here.
Yes. Bosa is from
he is.
You know the underrated guy? Eric Armstead.
Yes, sir.
No respect.
He gets no respect. He deserves it. But Patrick Mahomes is that guy.
No, Nick gets no respect.
He's going to get a hit and buried from behind by Eric Armstead.
Eric Armstead was a beast this year. He led the 49ers in sacks with 10, one more than Bosa. So why does the rookie get all the attention? When I look around, Bosa's got 15 cameras. There's only one here.
Well, that's the story of my life. No respect.
Huh. He's getting respect now.
People may overlook him, but players don't. You best believe teams are accounting for 91.
Armstead is going to cash in this year on a fat new contract.
I mean, the Brinks truck is going to back up, beep, beep.
But hey, after football, this guy's got another gig.
I'm playing in the Super Bowl, and I'm still doing media. I'm going to go interview some of my friends.
I work for Channel 5. Can you practice a stand-up or something with my microphone?
A stand-up? I'll ask you a question. How long have you been working for Channel 5?
20 years.
What's your biggest takeaway from your career, your biggest enjoyments?
You are a natural. I covered, was in end zone when Joe Montana hit John Taylor right here in Miami. Here when Steve Young led the 49ers to their second Super Bowl in Miami, looking to make it 3-0 on Sunday.
Oh, that's going to be amazing. Do you remember back then, what did you do to celebrate after the Super Bowl?
Well, back then, the 49ers actually invited members of the media to the 49er postgame party. Not the case anymore.
Not the case anymore. So what's your plans for this year?
I'm going to hang out on South Beach, maybe after you guys win the game, about 5 hours, and then hop on the flight and see the parade back in San Francisco.
That would be great. See, your job isn't that hard.
You make it look easy. Eric Armstead got a post-NFL career. Meanwhile, Jimmy G met with the media today, and he's good at a lot of things, not texting, according to George Kittle. Here's Jimmy.
Yeah, there's a little asterisk around there because I will get back to him most of the time. It just happens 3 hours later than what he texted me. And so, I don't know. I'm just bad at it, man. I'll look at my phone, say, all right, I'll text you in 2 minutes, put it down, and then the next day comes and I'm like, damn. But, he keeps me honest about it.
Every day
Hey, can't be good at everything. Just win football games. We don't care about social media. Ken, Elizabeth, it's time to party on North Beach. I'll see you at 11 o'clock. Not too much party.
Yeah, I was going to say the night is young. We'll see what happens.
Thanks, Dennis. A recent Super Bowl winner is weighing in on the Super Bowl, and he is giving high praise to one 49ers star in particular. You can head to our website to find out what Rob Gronkowski had to say about 49ers tight end George Kittle. That's KPIX.com/Super Bowl.
And we will bring you live team coverage all week long leading up to the 49ers big game. You know the one. Keep it right here on KPIX 5 and streaming on CBSN Bay Area.
And make sure to tune in for live Super Bowl specials on Thursday and Friday at night, 7:30. In other news today, some newly released surveillance video shows a person of interest in the unsolved murder of a tech executive in Santa Cruz County. A man appears on a bicycle in front of the home of Tushar Atre, who was killed in October. And the images were recorded about 3 hours before another video showing 3 armed suspects walking up to the victim's home where they allegedly kidnapped him. The Sheriff's Department is now offering a $200,000 reward for information.
We have this person who stops on a bike and stares, almost listening, looking at the property. It's just not normal. So that's why we want to talk to this person and we want to find out those answers.
A woman caught up in a corruption scandal has resigned her post with the San Francisco Airport Commission. Linda Grayton is citing medical reasons. Her attorney says she is the unnamed commissioner in an indictment involving San Francisco's Public Works Director. It alleges that Mohammed Nuru and restaurant owner Nick Bovis attempted to bribe the commissioner to help secure a restaurant lease. The complaint states Creighton did not accept the cash bribe and she has not been charged with any crime. Her attorney says she plans to cooperate fully with authorities. Mohammed Nuru has run a department that is crucial to some of the biggest challenges facing the city. Prosecutors say the influence he wields allows for impropriety. And now, in light of that scandal, some city supervisors say the department must be broken up or reformed. Nuru was appointed to run public works by Mayor Ed Lee.
There's no question he should be fired immediately. This is a behemoth department with hardly any oversight at all, which is a recipe for something like this to happen.
Federal authorities say Nuru and Bovis engaged in 5 different schemes involving bribery, kickbacks, and fraudulent contracts.
Well, this evening's commute is the first time that private cars were not allowed on one of San Francisco's busiest streets. KPIX 5's Andrea Borba is live on Market Street tonight to tell us how it went. Andrea?
Well, Ken, there were parking enforcement officers out for the morning and evening commute, but as we've moved into the 7 o'clock hour, I've definitely seen some straggling cars on Market Street. What they may not know is driving on that road now will cost them a lot of money. When the clock struck 6 a.m. on Market Street, private cars on the famous San Francisco thoroughfare went the way of the dodo bird. SFMTA had parking enforcement stationed at 11 key intersections to keep cars off of the diagonal drag. There will be a grace period, but if you get caught on the newly car-free market, the fine is steep.
For the moving violation, it's a $238 ticket and a point against your license.
Our camera captured lots of empty asphalt on Market from 11 stories up as bicyclists filled the void left by cars.
For us, on 2 wheels, it's just rolling right through, feeling a little safer, feeling less intimidated.
Way safer. There's fewer cars, there's just a few taxis, and there's the buses. Yeah, it's great. And there's not that many bikes.
Even as drivers were adjusting to the new normal, work was happening to reinforce the car-free market philosophy. A car-free Market Street is just the kickoff to the Better Market Street project. Crews were busy today tearing down a signal at Battery and Bush for the cut-through to Market Street, leaving a bicycles-only sign in its place. Now, parking enforcement officers will be out at key intersections through about March to remind drivers of exactly where they should and should not be driving. Just here, while the tape portion of our story was rolling, Ken, a streetcar came up and had to use its signals to let another driver know, you don't belong here.
Got to take a while for people to understand how it works. Andrea Borba reporting live on Market Street. Thanks, Andrea.
An East Bay man charged in an ugly attack on a person in a wheelchair. Surveillance video shows the suspect dumping the man onto the floor of a Pleasant Hill Target store. It all started with a dispute in the parking lot. Police say the man in the wheelchair confronted the suspect's wife for parking in a handicapped space without a placard. The two men argued in the store before the suspect dragged the chair by force and flipped it. Police tracked him down and arrested him days later.
Coming up next, the massive Bay Area homeless camp cleanup and the huge problem still lingering tonight in the aftermath.
The only reason they're doing something is because it's so public and it's in everyone's face.
A high-rise inferno, the heart-stopping rescues on the roof of a burning building in Southern California.
And another night, another sharp rise in coronavirus cases where almost 200 people are being monitored right here in California tonight.
We are also monitoring the latest on the weather computer, which shows not a drop in sight, but we are within sight of record highs in the Bay Area. As we look live at San Jose, well, the forecast for you in a minute.
And don't forget, we're streaming now on CBSN Bay Area. You can find us on KPIX.com, the CBS News app, or your favorite platform.
Moving day to day at the site of a massive homeless encampment in Sonoma County.
But not all of the 250 people who were forced out have a place to go. The campers have been living along a 2-mile stretch of the Joe Rodota Trail in Santa Rosa. A court ruling said the county could not legally close the camp unless they had beds for everyone. The county built 30 shelter cabins at another site in Santa Rosa, but there's just not enough room. Protesters rallied at today's cleanup.
The only reason they're doing something is because it's so public and it's in everyone's face. They want them to go back in hiding.
We're working to find people alternatives. We're working as hard as we can.
And the county says all of the campers must be gone by Friday.
Brian Hackney, by Friday,
things are going up.
We're going to heat up a little.
Look at the low 70s on
today.
Friday. It was very nice.
Very nice.
Oh, I think that most people are in full approval of this, except one little problem.
We need the rain.
We are 2/3 water.
Oh, yeah.
And we're not going to be getting any from the sky. Not anytime soon. It looks like for a week we're going to be dry. And at least we've got a good shot of the skyline of San Francisco from Treasure Island, the Salesforce Tower there, prominent front left. And the numbers did pretty good in highs today, too. 67 degrees at Napa, 57 at Half Moon Bay, and 62 in San Jose. Overnight lows tonight will be in the 40s, fairly mild night for late January. The sun up on Thursday morning at 7:15 a.m. That high pressure is built in, and it's just knocking the stuffing out of any of the cold fronts that are on the way from the Gulf. And that moist tropical flow is heading up in the Pacific Northwest, where they will get rain all week. They don't get a break till Monday. For us, we have a partly cloudy night and patchy fog, mild to warm for Thursday. So a little bit warmer tomorrow than we had today, a mix of sun and clouds, and just minor changes through Saturday. Forecast highs for tomorrow are still plenty warm, well in advance of where we usually are at this time of the year. San Francisco will hit 64, in Concord 68, and in Oakland 65 degrees. In the South Bay tomorrow, sunshine and some clouds, and 68 at Morgan Hill, 67 for Los Gatos. Over by the shoreline, a little bit cooler, low 60s will do it. Not much in the way of fog tonight. It'll be a little bit forming, but Brentwood hits a high of 69 tomorrow. In Danville, it'll be 65. Livermore, 67. North Bay, it's looking like a nice beach day up there at Stinson Beach. Great place to take your dog, by the way. 62 at Stinson Beach, 64 at Mill Valley, and 70 degrees at Santa Rosa, Petaluma. 68 degrees. And finally up around Ukiah and Lakeport and Clear Lake will be in the mid-60s tomorrow. Rohnert Park will hit 70. And in beautiful St. Helena and at Windsor will be in the low 70s already tomorrow. In the extended forecast, partly cloudy skies for Thursday. The temperatures are warming up a little bit. And then Friday, we hit the peak, 72 degrees. That's near record territory, which you would expect for late January. On Saturday, the numbers back off a little bit, and then Sunday they really take a tumble down to about 60 degrees. So that's a 10-degree drop on Sunday. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, it'll be cooler, but it'll still be dry. And for the Super Bowl, we're looking for a game time temperature of about 68 degrees in Miami under mostly moony skies. They don't have much in the way of clouds then. So in the meantime, we're in the same boat. No rain at all. Liz?
All right, Brian, thank you. Okay. Well, here's what you missed if you're just getting home right now. 170 people have now died from the coronavirus, with more than 6,000 cases reported in China. Tonight, nearly 200 Americans evacuated from the Chinese city at the center of the outbreak, and they're being monitored for the illness. They arrived at a military base east of Los Angeles this morning, where they were taken into isolation. A ground crew wearing white protective gear handled their luggage.
During the course of these screening processes, we check for symptoms that would be concerning of the novel coronavirus, including fever, cough, and other respiratory symptoms.
For the first time, the wife of Kobe Bryant is breaking her silence. She posted this picture on her Instagram with a comment thanking people who've shown their support and love. Meanwhile, investigators say the pilot was just 3 minutes from his destination when the chopper slammed into a mountain, this according to investigators, killing Bryant, his daughter, and 7 others. Wreckage from the crash has been taken to Phoenix for analysis. A final report on the accident will take at least a year. Today, senators spent hours questioning Democratic House managers and President Trump's defense team. The key issue of whether to call witnesses in the impeachment trial could come down to just a few votes. Senate Republican leaders are trying to block witnesses and new documents, but a split within Republican ranks could open the door to testimony.
I'd like to hear from John Bolton because I think there are questions that I have that he could answer.
Any conclusion that doesn't allow witnesses and documents is going to make the president's acquittal, if that should happen, worth very, very little. Zero.
Now, if senators are split on the witness issue, Chief Justice John Roberts would have to decide whether to cast the tie-breaking vote. Ken?
All right, Elizabeth, thank you. Coming up next, a shocking discovery tonight on the Mexico border. The crazy size of a newly discovered drug smuggling tunnel. And take a look at this terrifying escape in Southern California, why most of the other residents ended up on the roof. Plus, the reason Tesla stockholders are smiling tonight. The news that sent investors into a frenzy. Electric car maker Tesla, its stock surging tonight after its quarterly earnings beat Wall Street expectations.
The electric car maker says it earned $105 million in the fourth quarter. Tesla now believes it can sell at least 500,000 vehicles this year. Tesla stock rallied about 2.5% on the NASDAQ, reaching nearly $581 a share. It soared 12% in after-hours trading.
A high-rise inferno, 2 people in critical condition tonight after a massive apartment fire in L.A. Firefighters say that one of those people is this man. Your eyes are not deceiving you. He is hanging on the outside of his 6-story window. He was reportedly going to jump, but firefighters were able to use a ladder and they brought him down safely.
You could see almost like this fire creeping up behind him, and he kept on inching and like shimmying his way out of the window, like looked like Spider-Man.
Other residents were able to scamper up to the roof where they were rescued by helicopter. The cause of the fire is under investigation, but that fire chief is calling it suspicious.
U.S. authorities are trying to figure out who is behind the longest smuggling tunnel ever discovered near the Mexican border. It stretches more than 3/4 of a mile from Tijuana into the San Diego area. Border Patrol says the tunnel is equipped with a rail cart system, air ventilation, and drainage systems.
Coming up next, the Super Bowl bet tonight in Capitol Hill. The stakes laid out by a Bay Area Congress member. A Bay Area Congressman Eric Swalwell calling out Kansas Congresswoman Sharice Davids.
Both are placing bets for Sunday's big game. They posted this video on social media announcing the terms. If the Niners win, Swalwell will receive Kansas City barbecue provided by Davids. But if the Chiefs win, Swalwell will deliver chocolates. The loser will also have to sport the winning team's jersey for one whole day.
Chocolates.
Ghirardelli? Thanks for watching at 7. The news continues streaming on CBS and Bay Area.